got some nice cloud in the sky, which is a good thing because it's been absolutely boiling the last 3 or 4 days. Watcher, so we're here at Crystal Lakes again, and we're back in my favourite swim 1, with my favourite mooring. He's already probably wanting me to feed him, or her. So I'm down for the day. Well, probably actually just the morning up until just after lunch, maybe. I'm not seeing anything roll yet. I have been a little bit busy getting the kit out of the car. Got one rod ready to go. So I'm going to be putting the baits in the usual spots. The right hand rod's going to go out there at the bottom of the drop off in 20 foot of water. And I'm going to put 2 rods over on the shallows because it's been hot, and I think there'll be some fish over there, or they'll at least be visiting it. We're supposed to get some sunshine this morning. 17 degrees today. Yesterday, day before, it was in the mid-20s. Yeah, so we're not going to get so much of that today, thankfully, and wind is changing from the east, southeast to west, southwest, so yeah, different conditions, another day. Let's give it a go. Yeah, I don't believe it. One in the net already. Hold on, let's get it sorted. Blog time. So this fish took 5 minutes. I mean, I hadn't cast out literally more than 5 minutes before. I knew it was a good one as soon as I looked into it because of the way it was lumping. It was a little bit smaller than I thought. 19, just over 19.5 pounds. That's a lovely fish. Definitely one of the ones that swam in the flood. Check this beauty out. There you go, look at that. That's a chunk, isn't it? Lovely colours. Nice scale pattern. So I'll get a quick couple of pictures and then put it back. I'm going to rest it in the net while I get the camera sorted out. Nice fish. Well, as you can see, the sun has only just come up. That was a very quick one. I can't believe that was so fast. I mean, I'd literally cast it out just a few minutes before I hadn't even got settled, and it went. It was a lovely fish, wasn't it? Really nice old scaly thing, very typical of like old woolpack fish, that fish. Real nice. Well, you take a look at that. 2, 4, 6, 8. She's done well. And she's early as well. That's the first set of chicks I've seen this year. 8 of them. I'm on this JH baits, Jason Holden. I've got a full range of pop-ups, wafters, plug, and the bait. I'm on a bait called KLF. I'm not quite sure what that stands for. I'm actually on these little beauties. They're 12mm pop-ups. Smell great, and they're nice and fresh as well. Got a bit of bounce to them, you know. And I'm using those on a little size 8, fairly short troddy actually, and they're working really well. 16 baits fired out right on top of the ring that the lead made. Literally I cast it out, I put the rod down, and I fire out 16 baits straight on top of it. As the season goes on, that'll move up to 20 baits, 25 baits, but generally not more than sort of 25, 30 baits. All you need is a handful to tempt the fish. You don't want to feed it, you want to tempt them. So yeah, and I find you get bites quicker than going blinded. I got that bite within 5 minutes of casting out. Well, you know what they say. Catch a fish within the first 5 minutes, spend the rest of the day waiting. You watch those rods because I think they're going to go off again. Well, that coot out in front is doing a great job for me, scaring the ducks, because that bloody female's just picked up my left hand rod and gave me a drop back. So I've tightened back up a bit. I think what happened is when it picked the bait up, it didn't move the lead, but it moved the back lead. I've only got 1/4 ounce back leads on, so yeah. So it's quite annoying. It's doing that. I guess the coot gets all that for itself, so that's the fire I've really added to make it stop doing that. That got it. Also the swans were over there, and I think the swan managed to knock my middle rod line. I got a couple of bleeps, and it was not on the bait, but it was between me and the bait and the rod tip. So I think, yeah, so what I did is I moved the back lead further out so it comes down more. And obviously it goes down a little bit deeper in front of me and then it comes back up. So if I get too many problems, I'll just basically move my rods a little bit more to the right, closer to me in the deeper water. Because, you know, you can't be having swans and ducks and coots picking up your baits. Well, the swans are now off. I had to take out my middle rod because it was right over it. And I think I'm going to put it just a little bit deeper, so another metre to the right of where I put it before. Just to make sure that they can't pick it up. Another metre to the right puts it in 5 foot of water, so that should be good enough. So I've moved that middle rod out of the way, and I put a dozen baits on top of it. The duck out there, the female duck, pain in the neck, so I had to fire a few baits over this way to get it to swim over here whilst I snuck in a few baits around my hook, around my rig. So yeah, having to play all the dodges and that this morning to keep these ducks, coots, the swans off me. At the moment, as you can see, the swans are in the shallows there, and our mate is going to get a run at any minute. all settled in. Took a little while. I had to pop new rigs on the leaders, get the kettle on, steam the choddies to get the right bend in them. And that mooring down there has been a pain in the arse. I did say a while back, didn't I, that you should never feed the wildlife. They become like cats. They're around your feet all the bloody time. As soon as you open the fridge or go in the kitchen. And that one, I caught that one actually in my bait box trying to pilfer a pot of pop-ups. I kid you not. Okay, so second most important thing after getting set up and cast out, first coffee. Cheers. I really need this. Right, let's get sat down and wait for that first run. Well, there's lots of fish rolling, that's a good sign. Generally, when I've been down here, if I haven't spotted at least 3 or 4 fish rolling by now, it's generally not a good sign. But the fact that I've seen probably 8, 9 fish at least now, must have been. Here, there, everywhere. Just had one roll to the right hand side of me, pretty much in line with my right hand rod at the bottom of the drop off there. So I think we're going to get a bite. It's a difficult one though, with this weather, the cold winds that we've had and the sunshine, and yeah, it's kind of like it can mix things up a bit. But I'm fishing here, I'm fishing well here at the moment. As you can probably notice, I'm sticking to this same swim. It gives me lots of access to the deep water out in front of me. I can see the whole lake, as I've said before. And I've got this margin to the left of me, which basically the left hand side here is the sort of shallows area. They're still poking their heads out there. That one that just came up, come right up out of the water. There you go, all of a sudden, a nice little breeze springs up. That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Coming from the east, which is a bit strange. Should be coming from the southwest, but there you go. It's a wind. I hope we get some cloud next. Second coffee. I've been sitting there for the last 20 minutes thinking about this. Saying to myself, well no, not too soon, it's too soon. Wait a little while. You savour it a bit more, don't you? That's the reason why coffee is served hot. It gives you time to savour it before you start drinking it. The sunshine, no bites. So like I say, later in the week the weather's supposed to improve, for fishing anyway. I mean, I don't mind the sunshine, I like it when I'm not fishing. I've said that before. But I think it tends to basically, yeah, thread. It shortens the feeding periods, and I think what happens a lot of the time is the fish just rise up in the water. Because carp will always find where they're most comfortable. So, you know, obviously angling pressure, they're going to be most comfortable in the snags, away from, you know. There we go. Feels like a decent one, but then it is in 20 foot of water. I'm not so sure it's a big one. Doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad at all. Come on, my baby. Oh my God! Happy days! Not a bad one. Oh, you're not bad too, aren't you? Vlog time. Switch you round. Possibly one of the original commons in here. Difficult to say nowadays, of course. But, it's not a bad fish. It's a long fish. It's had a little bit of fin rot at some point, but it's grown back. Right, behave yourself. In the sunshine. There you go. 18.5 pounds. Happy days. That middle rod went off. I thought it might. I was just a bit closer to all that rolling that we saw. There you go. Lovely. I'll take a quick picture or two and slip it back. Happy days. Got my fish. That's a good sized common, that one, isn't it? Look at that, it looks lovely. There you go, mate, off you go. Pucker. I'm happy with that.